Hey, thanks to KiwiCo for sponsoring today's video.
Everyone on set today has been tested negative for COVID and is fully vaccinated.
Today, we're going to be building one of KiwiCo's newest Tinker crates, which is the Hover Disc.
Okay, well, it says 9 to 14 on it, so I'm pretty sure you got this, dude.
Well, actually, we're going to be building a giant version of this that we can ride on. And the reason I chose you is because you're the perfect person, because we both have kids, and we get a little break to do something fun.
Oh yeah, these are great. I've done a couple of these with my kids, so...
We're going to get a little better understanding of the concepts, and then we'll apply this to a bigger version. Sound good?
Yeah, let's do it. What do we got here?
So if you're not familiar, KiwiCo is a great company. They make super cool hands-on projects and toys that are designed to expose kids to STEAM, science, technology, engineering, art, and math. And they're a great resource for learning at home.
So the crates come once a month, and they're designed by experts, like industrial designers or former aerospace engineers, and they're tested by kids.
And they're gonna provide hours of entertainment for your kiddos. So first we're gonna build the Hover Disc from the Tinker Crate line, which is for ages 9 through 14. But then we're gonna take these same concepts and we're gonna apply them to a Papa Grande version that you and I can hop on and ride around on.
Awesome, let's get started. All right, Marcus, tell me how all of this becomes a hover disc.
We are exploring the concept of a cushion of air, right?
Okay.
And the idea is if you force enough air underneath something, it'll actually provide lift.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do a little demonstration here. If you put this can into this coffee mug and then give a burst of air into the side, you should see what we're talking about.
Oh.
Yeah, try again.
Okay.
That was good. There you go. So basically, yeah, there you go. That's a perfect example. So the idea is this is the bumper. This is what we're gonna be forcing air into. There's a little piece of wood here. There's a motor with some fan blades.
Okay.
All of this kind of goes together to create a little cushion of air. The cushion of air is gonna come out the bottom and through the side, and that actually provides the lift for this little guy.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and then when we're done, we're gonna build a giant version of this that we can hop onto.
I'm very much looking forward to that.
It's gonna be good. Okay, so step one.
There it goes.
There we go.
Holes lined up.
Nice, satisfying snap there.
Perfect.
Screw on the spacer, then repeat for the other 2 holes.
Man, I could definitely see my kids getting a kick out of this whole thing.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like the instructions are really clear.
And colorful.
Yeah, they're kind of color coded, so it's kind of easy to spot where these things are in your grouping here.
Okay.
All right, so
I think it's pretty straightforward.
Yep.
Super easy.
Well, that's convenient that it's got a little etched box.
it makes it obvious where things need to go.
We're gonna need to like grab some batteries or something for the motor power.
No, actually, the really great part about these crates is every single thing that you need is in this box. You're not gonna have to be going out running for supplies. Everything is kind of provided for you.
Oh, easy.
Let's just test this out. Now that we have this, there's a little on-off switch.
Okay.
Let's see if it spins.
Ooh.
Hey, wow, that's a nice little noise.
All right, does it hover now?
Oh, God.
Nope, don't do that.
That over, starting to be a real thing.
I think we're ready, dude.
Yeah.
Find a smooth open floor area, turn on the battery pack, and set the hover disc down, and it will hover on its own.
right.
High five, Marcus, it says.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, ready? I'm gonna turn it on.
Oh, I'm ready.
Oh, look at that. Wow, that's pretty cool. Here.
This is so cool.
Yeah, we could almost like play air hockey with this thing.
I know, it's great. Yeah. That was easy and really fun.
It was. It was actually, it was fast, too.
Yeah, it really was.
You know, it's not.
So we get stuff like this every single month?
Yeah, isn't that cool?
Yes.
All right, so now that we understand what a hover disc does, and we understand the concept of lift with air, we're gonna make a big one. You ready?
Yes, I am so down.
All right, let's do it.
Oh, look at you got a whole thing here.
Yeah.
All right.
There you go, thank you. Okay, so in the spirit of the KiwiCo crate, we are using all materials that we can find here in the shop. Granted, our box is a little bigger, but everything that we have in the shop is something that we're probably going to use here. So we're gonna do a little scavenger hunt. We're gonna look for some things. Basically, aside from this 1/2-inch piece of plywood, which is kind of represented here by this sort of clear disc at the top, which kind of creates the cap, so to speak.
Okay.
All we're gonna need is a leaf blower,
Okay.
an old tarp, and a lawn chair.
Okay. And if any kids are watching at home and want to try something like this, which is, I guess, the spirit of it, because it's kind of like we're in a big garage, right?
Yeah.
Make sure you have a parent.
Yeah, it'll just ensure that everything is done safely and you don't end up with a big gash on your finger like I did earlier today.
Gotcha. But we are breaking the KiwiCo mold a little bit because we're going to be using tools
Yes.
to put it together.
Exactly. Since our items were so much larger, we needed some power tools. So the idea is this is a 1/2-inch piece of plywood. This disc is going to hold most of the items that are going to give us the lift.
Okay.
We are going to staple a tarp onto the bottom of this to provide our cushion.
Okay.
The tarp is gonna be acting as this part, and this is gonna create a seal around the edge just to ensure that the air actually goes down and out.
Okay.
So, yeah.
This is gonna be massive.
It's pretty big. I mean, the idea is you don't want to make it too big, right? Because the heavier it is, the harder it is to lift.
Right.
So we have made this about as big as we can make it and still be light enough that it can, actually hover.
But I can totally ride that.
Yes, yeah. I've kind of done some calculations. This should lift about 250 or more pounds.
I can totally ride
So
this.
we've got a disc of wood. We have our ring. We're going to be stapling a tarp to the outside of this and underneath. We're going to come up in the middle.
Okay, so why did you put the holes in the tarp?
So the holes here are actually going to provide an exit for all the pressure that we've created here. If we don't put holes, then it's going to put back pressure on the fan and actually prevent exhalation here. So
Okay, so if somebody's got like an old tarp lying around at home that has some holes in it, like me, that's actually a good thing. I don't have to go get like a pristine tarp.
right, no, you don't need a brand new tarp. We're going to need a leaf blower and a chair, lawn chair. Man, I have some cool chairs. I have like an ejection seat from
Oh yeah, there we go.
Vietnam era jet, which I wanted to use, but I felt like that kind of went against the whole
Probably.
like find it in your garage kind of concept.
If you have a
but-
jet chair lying around at home, feel free to add that. Otherwise, just make do.
But otherwise, this is about it.
Okay. So are we just gonna go find that around the shop now?
Yeah, we're gonna go find some of this stuff.
I'll find it. Marcus, I think I found a tarp. Technically, we're tied now because you found a leaf blower. Oh, here we go. And this is where he works.
I think first things first is we need to drill a hole for the leaf blower, like about a good spot. The idea is that this is called a mandrel. The mandrel, you try to line up with your hole.
Okay. I never knew that. No, I've built a lot of stuff, but I never knew that was called the mandrel.
All right, so it's gonna make some noise.
Yep. All right.
Get that kind of roughly
Centered,
centered.
right?
Yep,
Okay.
that'll be great. I can hand this off to you.
Okay.
So now we're gonna move back to our table. We're gonna bring this up, and then we're gonna fold this over, add a piece of weather stripping, and staple it down.
Okay.
So the idea is
Yeah.
we are going to kind of do a four corners thing first,
Right.
just to ensure that the tension is all the same around the whole circumference of this. Is we're gonna start here, and then you're gonna go to the opposite end and do that side, and then we're gonna kind of do 90 degrees and then 90 degrees. You fold it in, and then you're gonna put 3 screws. You're gonna put one right on top of the folds, and then one right in the middle.
Okay. So how are we attaching this thing? More stable as we're using screws
We're
now?
gonna actually use some screws. Now these screws need to be really short. If they're not short, they're gonna
You'll go
go through the plastic and into our tarp, and that's bad.
Right. Squish it.
And then we're gonna take this pipe insulation.
You could use pretty much anything. That's like a pool noodle, basically, right?
That's a good description actually. Okay,
Because now
so
we just need to mount the thing in the chair, right?
we're really close. Yeah, we're gonna do some stuff on the bottom though before we get that far.
Oh, the holes, right? Or
Yep, we need to make some
else do you
holes.
There we go.
I think it's time to put the leaf blower on and get the lawn chair attached. Does that sound good?
That sounds amazing.
All right, there
Oh.
we go. Feeling good.
Yeah, pretty sturdy.
Yep,
we go.
that sounded a little better. It's always that satisfying click.
Yeah, you just don't want ones that are too long or they're gonna go through the tarp right now.
That's exactly correct.
Great.
And see what it can do. And then
Yes.
at the, here towards the end, we can put the chair on just to make sure. And you can feel like it's pretty heavy now with this blower on it.
Oh yeah. I'm so excited.
Getting real close. Yeah. Okay. Probably makes more sense to use the chair.
All right, safety first.
Also, it distributes your weight a little better. Instead of
That's
it
true.
being like down on 2 points with all that weight pushing down in that one
Right,
spot,
easy to
you're
shift.
kind of like better distributed. Give this a tug. Okay, well that's promising.
It lives! Oh!
Go ahead.
Look at that! All right, you got it? Ah! I killed our bumper! We're gonna have to flip the chair.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Okay. All right. So
Chair didn't work.
The chair is kind of not, like, I think our weight's just in the wrong spot.
Yeah, and you know what, Marcus?
So-
There's no chair on top of the KiwiCo one, so clearly
You're right. You're right.
that's where we messed up.
Okay, well, let's take the chair off.
Chair's gotta go.
Just, I think it makes sense to just make it go away.
I can make it go away, Marcus.
All right, very good.
Okay, what chair?
We don't need that chair. All right, you ready?
Yes, I've been ready. Oh, look at that.
Okay, that's a good start.
Okay. Yeah! It worked! Woo! Be free! Set her down!
All right.
Heck yeah!
Well, that's quite
Oh, I
a bit
pulled
quite
off
a bit of fun.
That was a lot of fun.
I think we could probably make some modifications that might tweak it and make it a little better balanced, but overall, this is
It
a proof
works.
of concept. It does work. It's super fun.
All right. Well,
All right.
the instructions said to high five when you're done, so we're done. We did it.
Yeah, it was pretty successful. It's doing exactly what the small one from the KiwiCo crate is.
Exactly.
Looks pretty cool. This is fun.
I know. I got to ride a hover disc today.
Wasn't that cool?
Yeah, it was amazing.
Nice. Well, thanks to KiwiCo for sponsoring this episode.
And if you want to get 50% off your first KiwiCo crate, just head to kiwico.com/roosterteeth.